y a 3000 ans.
3,000 years ago.
Olympia.
Αρχαία Ολυμπία.
The first athlete ran. The race began.
We were in the occupation of City Plaza from the first day. Right. We are one of the three organizations who created the squad in City Plaza. Many hotels opened in Athens for the Olympic Games, and then the bosses left them. They didn't pay the workers. They took the money and ran. And so City Plaza was ready to have people. There were beds and grounds and everything. And so we understand that there is such a place in Victoria and people sleep in the square. Yeah. It's legal if you don't pay the workers, but it's illegal if you take the place for you. It's legal to sleep in the square if you're a refugee, but it's illegal to occupy a hotel. So we were there to help the refugees. It's people who don't speak Greek, they don't speak English. Sometimes there are people who are here, they don't know what to do. They don't know their main rights. They don't know what is Athens, what happens here. It's not only City Plaza now. You have many empty houses who are occupied for the refugees. And I think that the slogan, if the states don't do it, we do it. We'll live together, so we will find a way to live together in equality and in respect between us. So that's the message of City Plaza. And I think it's a message for the whole of Europe, not only for Greece.
Yeah.
We are talking about a refugees crisis in Europe. That's not true. The crisis is not a refugees crisis, it's a solidarity crisis. Because Europe is ready to accept all these people that have places, who have the money and who have the way to live with them, and we don't want to live with them. The government and the far right who is growing up in Europe. And that is a problem. We have to face it. The contract between European Union and Turkey is a racist contract.
Yeah.
And that changed also the psychology of the masses. A clear message that we don't want to have refugees here from the government also passes to the society. The society don't say we don't want refugees, but they do nothing. And we need to do many things to help these people. We need to recreate solidarity in Europe.
Today, Turkey, and it is not only a political and formal assessment, this is also my very private personal feeling. Today, Turkey is the best example for the whole world how we should treat refugees.
Now we're in November of 2016. We already have more deaths in 2016 than in 2015. That means that the closing of the Aegean path helped the Greek government, for example, and created more deaths of refugees in the Mediterranean Sea. The problem with the refugees in Greece is not only not to cry, get away, go back to your countries. It's also to speak about the situation in the camps. We have 60,000 people in Greece who are living in a non-human way. So nobody in the media speaks about them. Are they humans or not? We have people who came from a war, and they sleep in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the nowhere, with snakes and scorpions, without trees. That means it's torture to people who came from a war. So first of all, there is a humanity question, and with this same. If we stand that for the refugees, that means we are racist. That we think that our lives are more interesting than the lives of the refugees, and that is not true. We have to bring the refugees to the cities with us, live with us, work with us, fight with us, being in school with our kids. That's, in any case, that's the solution of the problem. We are now in a world that is open. We have not to try to close him. It's impossible. You know, many people say that anarchists or far left are utopists. That's not true. We are watching the reality. We will live with the refugees. That is the reality. And utopia is to say, no, I will stay without refugees in my country, in my blood, who is the Greek blood. That doesn't exist.